That was you, right? Wow, okay, whatever. I cut her off. Why don't you just wait and see until my movie comes out? We'll see about that then. Honestly, now I felt even more challenged to make this work. Later that day, while I was driving home, a delivery guy on a motorcycle accidentally bumped right into my trunk. Ugh, could this day get any worse? I got out of my car to check the damage and was shocked to see a huge scratch on the paint. My poor baby. I looked at the guy and yelled, "Look what you've done to her. Are you blind, or did my car suddenly turn invisible?" But then the driver took off his helmet and I just froze. He was so beautiful. He casually said, "It's just a little scratch. I'm sure your baby won't die." But a little scratch, you've ruined her flawless skin. He just smirked and said, "Just try putting one of your beauty creams on it. Do I look like someone you can joke with?" He just shrugged his shoulders and rode away. Seriously, why was everyone so annoying today? Carson was being extra annoying today. When I got home, I immediately told my sister and manager, Alice, all about my problems with him. She's 5 years older than me, and we'd been living together in this huge, fancy apartment for the past 3 years. I complained. I talked to his manager about it, and he told me that Carson's not up for a fake relationship to promote our movie. He just doesn't want kissing scenes all the time. I threw my hands up in frustration. Our movie will do 10 times better if people believe we're a couple in real life with real chemistry. But he won't even kiss me in the movie. What should I do? Alice calmly replied, "He's the bigger star here. You're the one who needs him. So why don't you try making him fall for you?" It's going to be easy. You're a goddess. Who would say no to you? She was right. I could get any guy I wanted, and Carson was not going to be an exception. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. "Could you get it for me?" Alice called out. I ordered pizza for us. When I opened the door, I was shocked to see who the delivery guy was. "It's you," I blurted out. He looked confused. "I'm sorry, but do I know you? I couldn't believe it. Hello. You just ruined my car a few minutes ago." He rolled his eyes. "Oh, the dramatic brat. I'm so sorry, but I don't have time for a little chit-chat right now." Dramatic brat. He shoved the pizza boxes into my hands and just left. This guy was unbelievable. Just a few days later, I was in a coffee shop when I noticed some women squealing over a guy nearby. My world stopped when I turned and saw his face. It was the pizza boy again. I marched right up to him. "Are you following me? Because this is not a freaking coincidence anymore. This is a serious case of stalking, and I'm going to report you to the police." He just smirked. "Isn't it the other way around?" I work here, so you're the one who's stalking me. Look, if you're a huge fan, just say so. No need to stalk me this way. Before he could react, I snatched his phone, filled it with selfies and a video of me, and even gave him my autograph on a tissue paper. There, I said, handing it all back. Are you happy now? He looked at me with cold eyes. Being a brat doesn't give you permission to take other people's things without their consent. So, open a dictionary and search for the word respect. Want me to spell it for you? And with that, he deleted all my selfies from his phone and crumpled the autograph right in front of me. I was speechless. I swore if I saw him again, I'd make him cry. When I told Alice about him, she just laughed. Maybe it's fate, the way you always run into him. More like bad luck, I muttered. She leaned in, a mischievous look in her eyes. Well, is he cute? I paused for a second and pictured his face. To be honest, he was actually very, very attractive. But ... no, absolutely not. He looks like a dinosaur. Okay, if you say so. I partied with some friends later that night, and when I got home, it was already midnight. As I walked up to my room, I suddenly bumped into something hard. It was definitely not Alice's chest. When I looked up, I almost screamed. It was that jerk. What are you doing here? Duh, I freaking live here. What are you doing here? Did you break in? What? No, I'm your new houseboy. What? First, you're a pizza boy, then a barista, and now a houseboy. There's no way you can do all these jobs at once. Oh, believe it or not, I'm actually good at everything. I then barged into Alice's room and yelled, "Of all the people, why did you hire that jerk?" It was him I was talking about. Really, fate is really something else. He also has hundreds of other jobs. We need someone who'll focus on us. Well, our offer is huge enough to make him quit all of his sidelines. He has an impressive resume, and I want to keep him. Does his presence affect you that much? Duh, of course not. Wait a minute. It was actually a good idea. If he worked here, I could easily get back at him for being so rude to me. The very next day, I learned his name was Ross, and I started making his life hell. One time, I told him to cook me beef with broccoli and cheese. There you go. Oh, the beef looks kind of raw. Could you cook it a bit more, please? Sure, when he came back, I decided to tease him even more. Oh, I forgot. This is cheese, right? I'm lactose intolerant. Sure, I'll remove it. It'll just be broccoli then. Oh, these little trees. Poor Mother Nature. Some people are just so cruel. Okay, I'll remove them too. Now, do you want to eat the plate or what? Just cook me another dish. Or maybe, just get me McDonald's. He looked like a volcano that was about to erupt, and I was enjoying it. I continued giving him the hardest tasks for the next several days, but he was always able to do them well. One time, I told him to separate the sugar, coffee, and cream from a 3-in-1 coffee packet and make sure my bubble baths were exactly 42 degrees Celsius, and he did it perfectly. There was no way he was perfect. I had to find his weakness. It was the weekend, and I took him shopping with me. I made him carry all the bags and run all the errands, and he silently did everything. Soon I noticed how tired he looked, and I felt like a brat. "Are you hungry? Where do you want to eat? My treat." "No thanks. I'll buy my own food using my hard-earned money rather than using your daddy's credit card." Just to be clear, my parents are billionaires, but I choose to live independently with my sister and use my own money from my acting jobs. I work hard too. I just ignored him and walked away. It was already nighttime when we finished filming. While he was driving me home, I noticed an old woman selling flowers on the street. I told him to stop the car, and I went out to buy all her flowers and gave her a huge tip. Suddenly, I noticed a familiar girl walking suspiciously on the side of the street. When I looked closer, I realized it was Dakota. I told Ross to park the car somewhere, and we both followed her. We walked to an alley and stopped in front of a club's exit door. Suddenly, Carson stepped out, and she immediately sprung on him. Ross and I hid behind a huge pile of boxes and peeked at them. "Geez, I told you to stop stalking me." "I'm not stalking you. I'm just following my heart." He pushed her away, but she started clinging to his leg like a desperate snake. "Date me, kiss me, love me. I'm begging you." "I told you I don't like you." "But you kissed me and told me you loved me." "Duh, we were acting back then. Let's make it real then." Oh my gosh, what a desperate witch. While I was taking a video of them, I suddenly tripped and fell right on top of Ross. My world stopped as I gazed into his beautiful blue eyes. "Dude, are you planning to move? You're heavy." I quickly got up and pretended nothing happened, but my heartbeat was in chaos. Now that I knew Carson wasn't into Dakota, I felt more confident about making him fall for me. So the next day during filming, he was standing by the stairs, and I let myself fall on purpose so he'd catch me. But to my surprise, another person caught me instead. "You look so dumb doing that on purpose." "Ross, what are you doing here? You forgot this. I also brought you lunch, just in case." Wow, that was actually sweet of him. Just then, Carson turned to us, and he looked kind of mad. "Haven't seen this dude around on set before. Is he your boyfriend, Amanda?" "No, he's not." "Wait a minute. Was he jealous?" Ross stepped in and said, "I'm her houseboy, so don't worry, man, she's all yours." And with that, he just left. I felt a bit annoyed at his indifference. But since then, Carson started treating me differently. He was talking to me more, and it gave a boost to our acting chemistry. Was he threatened by Ross? I knew it. No one could resist my charms. I was just grabbing some notes from my locker when suddenly Dakota started talking loudly on her phone. "Oh, hey, Carson. Oh yes, I missed you too. You want to see my beautiful, perfect face later." Sure, I can't wait to see you too, my love. Just then, her minions started squealing. Oh my god, so are you two like dating now? Wow, Dakota just flipped her hat. He told me he missed working with me. He's probably bored with his current movie girlfriend. I wanted to laugh. If only she knew I had a video of her desperation. But I wasn't going to leak it. I'm not that kind of person. Later that day, my manager Alice told me to invite Carson out for dinner. There will be lots of paparazzi in this restaurant tonight. You guys need to stage a kiss or something. Luckily, Carson agreed. While we were eating, I pretended to be totally into him. I delicately wiped his lips with a napkin and laughed at everything he said. When we got out of the restaurant, I decided it was time. I closed my eyes, pouted my lips, and leaned in. But to my surprise, he deliberately stepped aside, and I hit my forehead on the lamppost behind him. I looked so stupid as the paparazzi attacked me with their cameras. When I went home that night, I was really upset. Carson had embarrassed me in front of everyone, and my career was over. I sat by the pool and just cried my heart out. Soon, someone offered me a handkerchief. When I looked up, it was Ross. He sat beside me in silence, and his presence was oddly comforting. You can talk to me, you know. I promise I won't be rude this time. I chuckled and soon found myself ranting to him. I've been trying to make it big, but success seems to hate me. Every movie of mine for the past 2 years has been a flop. If this one doesn't do well, I'm just going to quit. And I need stupid Carson for this to be successful. Maybe you don't. You're a very good actress, Amanda. Your talent is enough. Then why do my movies always flop? He smiled gently. Success isn't earned overnight. You're still young. Everyone has their own timing. Just continue doing what you're passionate about, and your time will come. So cheer up. I just looked at him in awe. Why did he suddenly become even more attractive? I know I'm handsome, but stop staring. It's freaking me out. I'm staring because I realized you really look like a dinosaur. What? I gave him a teasing smile and left. The next day after school, I immediately looked for Ross, but Alice told me he was at the hospital because his brother was sick. I went to see his brother, but when I got there, I was surprised to see him. What are you doing here? I ran up to Ross, who was playing with a little boy and 5 little girls. Alice told me you were here. You got me worried, he chuckled. Don't worry, my little brother is fine now. He just had a bad tummy ache. Ross then explained that he was the one raising all of his siblings for the past 10 years. That's why he juggled so many jobs to send them all to school. I felt really bad for making his work more difficult. To make up for it, I invited all of them to the mall with me. I bought them new clothes and toys, and they looked so happy. Ross promised to pay me back, but I told him not to worry about it. Just then, I felt his hand on mine, and my heart started racing. He turned to me and started leaning closer when his little sisters yelled, "Big brother, we want to play in the arcades." Ugh, why can't I get a legit kissing scene, even in real life? Later, as we watched the girls play, Ross sat next to me. I asked him, "How do you manage all of these responsibilities?" He smiled. "When you're passionate about something, everything else just becomes easier." "You are indeed good at everything," I said. "Actually, there's one thing that I'm not," he replied. "What is it?" I asked. "Falling in love. I'm just not capable of it." My mood instantly dropped. Was I catching feelings? I had to ignore them, but the more I tried, the more I thought about him. The next day, my fake boyfriend, Carson, surprised me in my trailer with flowers and a teddy bear. He apologized for his past behavior, saying he was stupid. I told him, "I understand I'm not your type, but you don't have to act like you're allergic to me." He looked shocked. "I'm not allergic to you. In fact, you're totally my type." If I was straight, wait, what? He was gay? He asked me to keep it our little secret, and in return, he'd cooperate with our fake relationship. You've got yourself a deal, bestie. But then he asked me to match him up with my cute houseboy. Excuse me. He laughed. "Relax, darling. I don't have any plans of stealing him from you." The next day, Carson visited our school without any notice. The girls went wild, especially Dakota. He announced, "I came here to see the most beautiful girl I have ever met." Dakota swooned. "Ew, not you," he said. I was talking about my movie and real-life girlfriend, Amanda. He winked at me, and Dakota looked like she was going to have a stroke. News of us dating spread like wildfire. I was ecstatic, thinking this would surely make Ross notice me. But my happiness was instantly robbed when I got home. Alice gave me something that completely shook my world, something about Ross. I stared at the resignation letter in disbelief. He was just ... gone. My manager said he'd gotten a huge offer downtown, but why didn't he tell me? He just vanished. No calls answered, no texts returned. The guy I used to bump into everywhere was suddenly nowhere to be found. It felt like a bad joke. A few days later, I had a press interview with my other co-star, Carson. He kept trying to hold my hand, but it just felt wrong. My heart wasn't in it. Carson must have sensed it, because when a reporter asked if we were dating, he dropped a bombshell. He said we were just friends, that we tried, but my heart belonged to someone else. In that moment, something snapped inside me. I felt a surge of courage. I looked straight into the camera and said, "Yes, it's true." And to that person, "You know who you are. I really miss you. Please meet me tonight at my favorite park. I'll be waiting." The room gasped. My publicist was probably having a heart attack, but I didn't care. For the first time, I was following my heart. My friend Alice called, telling me the interview was blowing up online. People were praising my honesty. "You did the right thing," she said. "Now go get your man." That night, I waited at the park. My stomach a mess of nerves. Hours passed. Just as I was about to give up, I saw a familiar figure in the distance. My heart leaped. I ran up to him and, without thinking, playfully punched his stomach. He finally confessed. "It's you I like, you silly boy." Then I remembered what he'd said before, but what's the point?